Welcome to this week's episode of Talk of the Town. My name's Philip Swicegood, and I am back with my good friend and co-host, Dr. Kenneth Harper from Vein Specialist of the South. Now, if you have a vein that you have questions about, maybe you saw a new vein pop up and you just want to get a professional's opinion on that vein, give Dr. Harper and my friends at Vein Specialist of the South a call, and they'll get you the expert answer that you deserve. We also want to thank this week's presenting sponsor, which is Piedmont-Macon. Piedmont provides comprehensive, quality health care for all of your medical needs. Thanks so much to the fine people at Piedmont Healthcare for investing in the community and making a show like this possible. Now, if you're just waking up on Saturday morning, you've poured that first cup of coffee and you're wondering, what in the world is Talk of the Town? What's on my television here? Here's what you can expect week in and week out, a conversation between me and Dr. Harper and someone in the community that we think you should know about and a story that's really compelling. This week we have an extra special guest and an extra special event coming up here in Macon that only happens in Macon, Georgia. We're talking to Olivia Walter, who is the president of the Bragg Jam. That's right, the 26th annual Bragg Jam, and we're here to learn all of the details today. Olivia, how are you? And thanks so much for joining us.
Doing great, and it's great to be here.
We are so excited to have you. I just have to say that I think the Bragg Jam is just one of the highlights for the community every single year. It drives more attention than I think anything else, and we're just so excited to talk to you about it. But first, if someone's new to Macon or if someone isn't exactly familiar with this, what exactly is the Bragg Jam Festival?
So the Bragg Jam Concert Crawl is something that was developed as a memoriam of a group of friends in Macon came together after the passing of a near and dear friend, Brex and Tate Bragg. And then in that moment, they all gathered at the Rookery and decided, we're going to do what we know best, and we're going to get together as a community, and we're going to play some music. And from there, it just kept growing and growing. And by 2003, we created a concert crawl, which Bragg Jam Concert Crawl is a lot like a pub crawl. You have 6 venues. We're going to have musicians at every venue. We're going to have over 40 musicians, and then you get to choose your own adventure. Go look at the schedule and look at the map and say, you know, I want to see this band at this time, and just hop from venue to venue from downtown Macon. It brings a lot of people downtown that maybe don't come downtown, but also gets you to see all these really great musicians in one night.
And I should add, we're here in JBA on Cherry Street, which is one of the just fantastic locations. I've been in Macon my entire life, and I've never been in here, and it's such a cool space. You guys have got to check this out. What are some of the other places that the concert crawl will actually go through?
Yeah, so JBA right here is one of them, but we're at Capitol Theater, which is just a legendary venue, as well as Grant's Lounge, which so many great musicians have played there. We've also got Capricorn is one of our venues this year. Serenity is another venue. And then we've also added Vice and, oh gosh, now I've stopped. I've lost track.
So there's just so many.
Oh, I said JBA.
You said JBA.
Yeah, sorry. Where we are right now.
There you go. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
So how long have you been involved with the committee, and now you're the president of the committee?
So yeah, I joined the board in 2017. Bragg Jam's board is all volunteers, so we don't get paid to do this. It's all a labor of love. It's a group of people that just want to continue to see music grow throughout Macon and just really enjoy to see not only the concert crawl, but also enjoy supporting the musicians and having different events second Sunday and making sure this keeps happening from year to year. So when I joined in 2017, I was just a board member volunteering my time. And then I became the president in 2021. And from there, I just love being a part of this.
Is this a lifetime appointment?
Oh, God. Sometimes it feels like it, but no, I mean, I really love to see this place, the Bragg Jam Concert Crawl, Bragg Jam as a whole succeed. And so it feels great to be a part of this. It feels like Macon. When I first moved to Macon in 2012, the first event I came to was Bragg Jam, and I was really afraid that I would never make friends here. I was like, this is a scary move for me. And then I came here, enjoyed just the first show. I knew immediately this was my new home, because this environment for the concert crawl, it's just like one big warm hug from everybody. You're not going to see anyone in a bad mood. You're going to meet your best friends there. It's wonderful.
So you had some roots in Nashville, not where you grew up, but spent some time there, and then you did you're a PR person, right?
Yes.
So tell everybody kind of what brought you here, and did they warn you when you came to Mercer has a way of sucking you in, not letting you go? Did people tell you that? You kind of think, I'll be here for a year or two, and then you wind up a lifetime here?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up right outside of Nashville. I went to college in Indianapolis. I got a job here in Macon soon out of college. And again, I was scared to think, I've never heard of Macon, Georgia. What is this place? But I've heard this before, but I can't like emphasize it enough. Like Macon has a way of getting its hooks in you and just like grabbing hold and not wanting to let go. The people here are wonderful, and like the community just really opens its arms to you. And it's just such a group that you can't really describe without living here and experiencing it. And so, yeah, I think that's one of the things with Bragg Jam is you see this diverse group of music playing, and that night you're going to see this really interesting group of people come out too, because they're diverse in terms of like, yes, race, but also you've got ages, you've got different like types of careers that you're going to see. Every different type of person is going to be out listening to any genre of music that you could possibly think of. This year alone, we have, not only Americana and hip hop and R&B, but we have this really cool like funk band coming out of New Orleans that's going to be here.
That's fantastic. So, if Chris Floor hasn't scared you away from Macon, I think she's okay.
Yeah.
Because Olivia works for the city
Yes.
in her full-time job. We love Chris. So talk to me about this like actual criteria. Whenever you're judging these bands and whenever you're like hearing from them and you're trying to figure out, okay, is this Bragg Jam material?
Mm-hmm.
What exactly are you looking for?
Yeah, Bragg Jam's kind of cool because we like to really pride ourselves in finding that next big act. A lot of times people are like, they look at the lineup, they're like, I've never heard of these bands. But within the next couple of years, you might be like, I saw them at Bragg Jam. Because we've had Jason Isbell play at Bragg Jam 3 times, which now he is so big, known across the world. We've had the Zach Brown Band play here. We've had Riley Green, Drew Green, Rainbow Kitten Surprise. These are all bands that have really become big since playing Bragg Jam. Even Torres this last year, she's from Macon. She played Bragg Jam, and then the next year she was playing Jimmy Fallon, Jon Stewart. She's been on all the major TV shows now performing because she's just really blown up after her performance. We do a lot of research to try to find who's that band that people are really gonna like get into, and then next thing you know, the following year maybe we might hear more from.
You don't want to single just one group out.
You're right.
That would be bad, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But you think you got 1 or 2 groups like that coming this year?
I do think we got a couple that are like that. There's a couple that we'll see just like that. We really try to find some of those new sounds. And so, I think Bo Stalik's going to be really big. And I think Chawa is a ton of fun to watch live. But yes, there's a number of acts that are just going to be really fun to see. And you're going to say, I saw her in Macon, Georgia.
Are you part of your duties to go out and see them perform other places, or you're just looking at video and stuff like that?
Yeah, we actually work with some people to help us hire our acts whenever we get our acts in place. We start looking way in advance to start booking for this summer's Bragg Jam. So probably in December of the year before, we'll start looking, and we'll put out some feelers to agencies. But it's tough because you have to like find the new trendy thing 6 months in advance. And
way early.
Yeah, so
and
it's
they get paid pretty well for what it's not people, they want to come.
Yes, and that's
and
the
they've
thing.
heard about the Bragg Jam.
Yes, that's one of the things
Right.
is we pride ourselves, Bragg Jam, our whole mission is to make sure that we're paying artists a fair wage for what they're doing. The artistry is definitely a career, and they need to be paid the correct wages that they've earned. And so we make sure that even our local acts are getting all the same paid, accurate wages that they should be paid.
So Olivia, I think one of the misconceptions that people have about Bragg Jam that haven't been here before is that it's just local bands that just come out and no. Like literally the Zach Brown Band has been here.
Yeah.
And bands of that caliber were discovered here. So, if you're looking for high caliber entertainment, this is absolutely an amazing opportunity to be able to come out and experience something like this. But I do have to ask, as a dad, I have a very pregnant wife at home right now. Any day, if I have to rush off set, we all know what happened.
Yeah.
But as an actual dad, for families that are out there, what kind of family offering do you have that might be more appropriate for kids?
Absolutely. So we also have Bragg Fam, and it happens the day of the concert crawl, but a little earlier in the day. And this year is kind of unique and new. We've decided to move to the Otis Redding Foundation's new Center for the Arts, and it's a gorgeous venue. Have you seen it yet?
It's beautiful.
It's
absolutely
so beautiful.
stunning. If you have not been to the Otis Redding Foundation, you've got to check it out.
Yeah, it's a great partnership for us because we get to work with the Otis Redding Foundation, which mixes well with us, but also now we get to work with the children that are going through their foundation kids camp, and we're treating them like musicians that we would treat in the concert crawl. So they're going to be performing on the stage earlier in the day at Bragg Fam. They're going to go through the process of signing a contract, learning all about how you would sign to go to perform in a festival, but then they get to perform on a stage during Bragg Jam. And so you go there, you could go see those performances with your kids, and then also we're going to have things like face painting, and we're going to be tie-dyeing t-shirts, and there's going to be princesses there. So it's going to be a ton of fun just to go to hang out with your family there. Get the kids tired, and then you can come back out and have some fun later on in the night.
That's perfect. Now, Olivia, I believe Dr. Harper has a question for you about the economic impact of Bragg Jam, but first we have to take a break to hear a word from our sponsor.
I'm a 37-year-old mother of two and enjoy spending time with my family. As an athletic trainer for a manufacturing plant, I'm on my feet all day. I developed bulging varicose veins after my pregnancies. That only got worse. Then spider veins. After a family beach vacation and lacking confidence, it was time to do something about my legs. As a medical professional, I knew Vein Specialists of the South is the best in Central Georgia. From my first phone call to completion of procedures, every staff member was professional and ultra caring. I was blown away by how much information I learned and the severity of my legs. I loved the staff and even looked forward to returning each visit. The procedure had minimal downtime, and I even walked a mile after my last procedure. Months later, I was back at the beach again with two pretty legs and newly gained confidence. If you're ready to get your life back, call Vein Specialists of the South today.
Piedmont Macon is proud to be your partner in healthcare, in business and in the community. From our two convenient hospitals and ERs, our cardiac program, women's services, and urgent care centers, we provide Middle Georgians with comprehensive care close to home. Our goal is to empower you through great care that's simplified, unified, and easier than ever to access. Our mission is to make a positive difference in every life we touch. We want to be part of your family and your life and to make our community a better place to live.
At Raphael Tire Master, we're turning up the heat with summer savings. Right now, for a limited time, you'll get a $100 instant service rebate when you buy a set of 4 new passenger or light truck tires. Choose from Michelin, BF Goodrich, Toyo, and any other brands in our inventory. These savings won't last long, so visit one of our 6 Raphael Tire Master locations in Macon or Warner Robins for hot summer savings, and check out RaphaelTire.com for auto service coupons.
At Flint Energies, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Flint Energies is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Hey y'all, Lane Southern Orchard's sweet and juicy peaches are now in season. Pick some up at our roadside market in Fort Valley and shop for other fresh seasonal produce. Enjoy our all-you-can-eat salad bar from 11 until 4 at the Peachtree Cafe. Make sure to save room for one of our delicious homemade baked goods. Then let the kids play on our farm-themed playground. Lane Southern Orchard's I-75 exit 142. We hope to see y'all soon.
Welcome back. This is the Medical Minute, where we ask Dr. Harper your medical questions. Dr. Harper, the question this week is, what is a venous ulcer and when should I come in?
Well, I've thought about that this week, and I decided I would tell a story. I'd tell a story about Mary. She's a patient of mine here from Macon. She loved gardening. She loved going to her children's activities until one day she started having a swelling in her leg, discolorated skin around her ankle, and actually got an ulcer. And it dramatically impacted her quality of life. And she didn't know anything could be done to help it. In fact, she knew that she had had varicose veins for years, but had just ignored it because she didn't think it was that important. Fortunately, when she came to see us, we were able to figure out what the underlying cause of the problem was, deal with it, and help her ulcer to heal and never come back again. We helped her get her life back. It was game-changing for her, and it's very rewarding for us when we can help people like that. So if that sounds like you, you need to come see the vein specialist for help with your legs. Hey, welcome back from the break. We're following up with Olivia Walter, and she's the main person for the Bragg Jam crawl, and she knows everything about it. And we asked a little bit about, kind of the impact it's had on the community. You've been involved with this for a number of years. And just tell us about what you've seen and the benefits you see from having Bragg Jam.
Yeah, if you just look at Macon's downtown, it's evolved a ton. And with that, so has the concert crawl. When we first started the concert crawl, there was a ton of empty storefronts, and we'd have performances there and just try to bring people downtown so that the restaurants that were downtown could see some of that economic impact and seeing people coming downtown that might have never come downtown. But as our downtown has revitalized itself and really grown, that's changed what the crawl means. So, it's tougher. We aren't going to close streets because we want to make sure that as many people as possible can get downtown, park downtown, and experience those businesses. And while they're here at the crawl, they can also go hang out and get dinner at Piedmont or go get dinner at the Rookery and just experience downtown Macon, maybe stop in one of the shops like Bohemian Den. And so that's a real big thing, is we try to drive the people downtown to not only just come to the concert crawl, but we want to make sure that they're experiencing all the different things that the downtown Macon has to offer. But with that also, the concert crawl is something that earns us money every year, but it's so that we can have different events throughout the year for the rest of the community that are free events. So we also have Second Sunday that we do 6 months out of the year. It's on the second Sunday of those months, and it's a free concert on Coleman Hill. And we couldn't do that without some of the revenue we got from the concert crawl. So that's really great. We get to support more local musicians by having an extra concert throughout the year. And then we also have a couple of other things up our sleeve this year that we're going to add in to, provide more opportunities for local musicians and also more opportunities for our local community to see more musical acts.
Are you holding out on that, what that's going to be? We won't find about that today, I guess.
Well, yes, we have. I will tell you that it's a throwback to a former event that we were holding before, but we're going to keep it a little secret and announce it after the concert crawl.
Okay. Hey, you mentioned maybe wanting to eat dinner downtown before you get out on the crawl that night. You want to tell them the date so they can go ahead and call and make their reservations? Because the restaurants are going to be booked up.
Yeah, absolutely. So July 26th is the concert crawl date. And I also recommend, book a hotel downtown. Even if you live in Macon, it's the best experience ever to maybe book your stay at Hotel 45. And so that you could just go from concert venue straight into Hotel 45.
Don't have to worry about driving home.
Yeah, exactly. Take a whole night away from the kids if you need to, and just get the babysitter and relax and have a good night. Make it a whole experience downtown.
I've heard there might be a mascot.
Yes.
For Bragg Jam.
Yes.
And I heard its name might be Muddy Brown. Did I get that right?
That is correct.
I can't wait to see, what is a Muddy Brown?
So he kind of looks like Sasquatch, Bigfoot maybe. So many, many years ago, before social media even existed, Bragg Jam needed to come up with ways to sort of market the whole concert crawl, but they didn't know how do you get that message out, and they needed to come up with actual marketing on the ground. And so what they did is they bought a Bigfoot costume and would have Muddy Brown walk around and hand out flyers for Bragg Jam, and that's where that whole mascot was created. But with that, we brought Muddy Brown back this year, and
he's been gone for a while.
He's been gone for a while. He went on a little hiatus. He disappeared. He had a wedding and then never came back. But
so in the middle of July, you guys are sticking somebody inside of a fur
Maybe,
Costume,
or maybe it's the real, maybe it's the real
or maybe it's
Bigfoot.
actually Buddy.
But so yeah, so when he's decided to come back, we decided he's going to throw some muddy mystery shows, and that's our new item this year is the muddy mystery shows. We're going to have 2 mystery shows on the Friday before the concert crawl, so July 25th, and then one is going to be on the Sunday after, the 27th. What those mystery shows are is you don't know who's performing, you don't know where that performance is. You buy your ticket and you'll get an alert the day of, and it'll say, this is where it's at. And when you go to that concert, it's going to be a really, really, really cool show in an unconventional location. It could be a spot you've never expected to see a concert. And so you get to say, not only did you see this artist that's a pretty well-known artist in a venue, but you saw them in an intimate, more unique place that no one else will get to say they saw them.
Are they going to be wearing the costume?
I don't
We
know.
don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
So it's kind of like
You're gonna have to go and
like
see.
the mystery singer thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, when did those tickets go on sale? They're
Those
separate.
tickets
They're
are on
separate,
sale.
aren't they?
They're-
Right now.
yes, they're
How
on
many
sale
do you have
right now.
left?
Oh, well, we still have some
A
left,
few
but they
left.
will get sold out because the locations are smaller than a typical
Right.
concert crawl venue. So you want to make sure you get your tickets now so that you don't miss the opportunity to see it.
So like small, like 50 tickets?
I mean, I can't give away the
Actually,
venue.
she
I
can't
don't want
tell
to give
us.
away too much
She
information.
can't tell us.
She's holding out on us.
Okay,
Yeah,
she's
I
holding
am.
out. All
I
right.
know.
All right. So, but what was the website again? Where is it people can go?
Yeah, so if you want to get your tickets, you can go to www.braggjam.org.
Okay.
In there, there's a button at the top that says tickets, and you can click on that link and buy your concert crawl tickets. You can do an add-on to get a Muddy Pass. We'll get you into all 3 of the mystery shows, or you could just buy the mystery shows individually.
Fantastic.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
So, the roots, I went back to the Bragg family, and we were talking earlier today about Julie and about the family. Are there some of the progeny that are playing music, and will any of them be playing this weekend? Those weekends.
Yeah, so what's really great is Julie Bragg is still very much, she supports Bragg Jam, and we love that she loves to be here and support us as much as possible. She comes to every Bragg Jam, and it's great to see her there. The Buckleys perform in Grant's Lounge to open up Bragg Jam every single year, and the Buckleys was Brax's band.
Huh.
It was his
They're
band.
still a band.
They're a band in
They
that
reunite.
they reunite every year for Bragg Jam.
Okay.
And what's great is they perform all of Brax's old songs too. And it's a really fun show. If you've never seen the Buckleys perform at Bragg Jam, then you've really missed out. I highly recommend you circle that on your Bragg Jam calendar because that is one of the coolest shows you'll see. And last year, because it was our 25th anniversary, they got Braxton Tate's niece. Her name is Tate. She sang with the Buckleys last year. And that was a really neat experience to sort of see it all come full circle and see another Bragg sing those songs.
Can you see their music on Spotify, or where can you see?
You can't.
Braxton's.
You could see them at Bragg
Only
Jam.
at
Bragg
Bragg
Jam. You
Jam.
can only go.
Yeah.
All right. So that's another reason you want to be there.
Exactly.
All right, so Olivia, you also work for the city of Macon, and you actually host this great new podcast that's called Making It. And in this podcast, Olivia has interviewed a lot of people around Middle Georgia and a lot of people specifically in downtown Macon, Georgia, and has heard a lot of the stories about what's been happening. So I've got to ask you, out of all the stories that you've heard in the past year, what encourages you the most about the growth and the trajectory of downtown Macon for the future?
What I love most about all of the things that are happening here in Macon is that everyone is just really working together. It's not just the county government that's working on projects. When you go to a press conference or a ribbon cutting or a groundbreaking, you have so many different organizations that are coming because they want to be a part of what's making Macon better. And it's really great to just sort of see everyone come together and piece all that together because we're all setting that one goal to see what's best for Macon.
I'm interested in personal stories.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a few we asked for the funniest thing, and you're saying maybe not, but tell us some personal stories that have evolved from people participating in the Bragg Jam.
Sure, like I told you, I knew I was home as soon as I made it to Macon and went to Bragg Jam. But also, there are people that have met their spouses here at Bragg Jam, and those people have had kids. So now we have Bragg Jam babies, and we've created the whole new generation of Bragg Jam fans because of those couples. It's just so great to be able to say, like, you go to Bragg Jam and you're going to meet your next best friend.
All right, so show up, find out what happens, right? So we're kind of wrapping up a little bit, but now's a great time for you to share a little bit the details.
Yeah.
We've mentioned some of them, but let's wrap it up strong so people can get out, get it on their calendar, and come join us
The
down.
best way to get your tickets is to go to braggjam.org, but also just continue to follow us on social media. We have Facebook and Instagram. You know, Muddy Brown is also on Facebook. So if you want to friend him, he might give you some information. So get your tickets now. Tell your friend. Bring all of your closest friends. Get ready. Get some comfortable walking shoes. Hydrate. And let's get ready to go for a concert crawl.
That's cool.
Hydrate beforehand, get some friends, come, expect to have a good time here in downtown Macon. That's right, with Olivia Walter with the City of Macon. Thanks so much for joining us. We have had a fantastic time. And more importantly, we're looking forward to coming to the Bragg Jam. Are you going to be able to make it?
I'm looking forward to it.
I love it.
Hope to see you there.
Great.
Fantastic. Olivia, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And for you guys, stay tuned for where me and Dr. Harper might show up next, because you never know where it might be.
I am 36 years old and a mother of 2 boys who play sports year-round. I am also a school librarian and enjoy a very active lifestyle. I play tennis, coach high school tennis, and strength train 3 to 5 times a week. My vein problems began in my mid-20s and became more painful over time. I never realized it was a medical issue or that something could be done to alleviate my symptoms. When I learned Vein Specialists of the South opened up a 3rd location near me, and Vein Care is the only thing they do, I knew I would get the very best treatment. It was covered by my insurance without a referral. The VSS staff were awesome. They made sure I was comfortable at my office visits and during my treatments. You won't believe the compassion you'll receive at VSS. I didn't realize how much my legs were hurting before. But after my treatment, my legs feel lighter and I'm able to stay active for much longer periods of time. If you want 5-star vein care, I encourage you to call Vein Specialists of the South today.